Hello friends, as is customary on a Friday, we do a slightly extended, more detailed reading where we're basically covering Friday, Saturday and Sunday, giving you forecasts for the weekend so that you know where your energy needs to be, what you need to be focusing on, what's relevant and what's significant. We are also winter solstice for us here in the southern hemisphere, summer solstice for you guys in the northern, which is also quite significant. So focusing on southern hemisphere, what I've done, because where I live, we have beautiful weather all year round. So I didn't want to get a deck that was too gloomy. I love this deck. This is one of my favorite oracles. And I just thought, here for me in KZN, in the sunny coast of South Africa, this is really what our winters look like. Beautiful oceans, beautiful skies, beautiful sunrises. Not that I see sunrises too often. And then I have chosen a quite an amazing deck. Let me show you. So the oracle that I am using is Denise Lynn's Sacred Destiny, because I do think, this winter solstice is all about sacred destiny. And the tarot that I'm going to be working with is the Phantom Wise Tarot. Phantom Wise is just beautiful. So we are using Phantom Wise is I'm going to call it a black and white deck, but it's like sort of back to basics. It's like, let's get to the truth. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to what matters the most. And that's why I chose it. So we're going to start with the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So Sacred Destiny, what is the overall theme? What is the energy? What is the general gist of what we need to be focusing on? What is the theme for the next 3 days, for Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 21, 22 and 23 of June 2024, please, Sacred Destiny. Give us a concept, a theme, an overarching energy that we all need to be aware of, mindful of, cognizant of as we go through the next 3 days. Okay, I'm happy with that shuffle. Let's cut. I want that one over there. Okay, let me put these out of the way. And let's see what is our theme for the next couple of days, friends. Voyage. I like that. So interesting, okay, because this is no typical voyage. This is not getting in your car and going on a road trip, right? This is more metaphorical, because if we have a look, here is the water, right? There you can see is the horizon line, the water line, and we've got these whales outside of the water, so they're outside of their comfort zone, okay? And if we look even closer, we've got this little baby whale pretending to be, they've got this kind of, bigger, I want to call it a kite, but it's not a kite. You know what I mean. But it's almost like we're hiding our true identity. We're staying small underneath the guise of something bigger, and we are completely out of our comfort zone. So the voyage that we are going on over the next 3 days is a psychological voyage, an emotional voyage, a voyage of discovery, a voyage of understanding, but a voyage that possibly is going to take us out of our comfort zone. So while we chat about that, let us shuffle Phantom Wise Tarot and see what message wants to come through for the next 3 days. Because you know what, like, I get that we're all on a voyage. I get that life right now is a voyage of going from where you used to be to where you need to be. We're all going through transformation. We're all going through change. There is so much happening, not only individually within each of us, but our universe is changing. Our world is changing. The way we used to operate business is different. The way we operate relationships, I know we don't operate relationships, but the way we engage and interact in relationships is different. The way we eat food, the way we exercise, everything is different these days. Nothing is like it was. So what's happening now is we're at a state where you and I, the human beings on this planet, are needing to adjust the way we perceive, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we emote, the way we interact and handle. We're having to adjust who we are on a different level in order to cope in this new reality. And the voyage that we're on is not complete yet. These cards don't want to go in. The voyage we're on is not complete yet. What that means is that we haven't arrived yet. We haven't succeeded, achieved, accomplished. We haven't completed the things that we need to do, the things we need to perceive and understand, the things that we need to understand. So we still have a ways to go. But this weekend, it is about taking stock of where you were, where you are now, and where you're still heading to. All right. So Phantom Wise, how beautiful does it sound when I shuffle? Can you hear that? Because the deck has got, can you see it's quite a textured cardstock. So when you shuffle, it makes a beautiful sound. Love this deck. Right, I'm happy with that shuffle. You stay on top. Let's cut the deck. Where And let's get some cards out. So, Four of Wands. We have celebration cake. We have the Two of Pentacles. I was hoping we could fit four in. Can I fit four in? Am I being greedy? Ten of Swords again. Again, friends. Again. Right, let's get this looking like something. I don't know why I needed an extra card today, but I just, when I was first setting up camera and stuff, I just had the thought, I normally do three, and I just had the thought that today I wanted four, and look, it fits perfectly, so yay for us. Right, so let's start off with the Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is the card of longevity. It's understanding the long game. It's about making a commitment towards something in the big picture. So even though we're only looking at 3 days, we're looking at a weekend, but the voyage that we're on, we're in it for the long haul, okay? We need to make a commitment to change, to adapt, to become something, someone different to who we have been in the past. So we need to make the commitment to change. I like that, okay? We then have the Two of Pentacles. Now here we have this gorgeous little poodle. He is standing on top of a rather large ball, and he's trying to balance a smaller ball on his nose. He's coping. He's doing all right. I mean, all things considered, he's actually doing better than I would. I'm sure better than most of us would. But it's still difficult, and he has to have incredible focus. He needs to be completely in the moment, in the now, focusing on what it is that he's doing in this space. And he's doing it. He's doing incredibly well. He is succeeding. He's succeeding, full stop. But it is about maintaining balance, not only beneath him, but above him as well. And this voyage that we're on, this is something that we need to do. We need to maintain balance. We need to be very aware of exactly what we're doing, because every tiny, tiny, tiny movement that you make could topple you immediately. All right, so we need to be very conscious of the things that we're doing. We need to be very conscious of what it is that we're going through, and every single little movement that we make, because each movement could be a catastrophe. It could keep you afloat, it could keep you going, but it could also topple you in an instant. We have Ten of Swords. Now, I actually have lost count as to how many times we've seen the Ten of Swords this week. If you've been keeping track, please comment below and let me know, because like I feel as if every time I pull out the cards, we're seeing Ten of Swords. You know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So what is the Ten of Swords? Ten of Swords is the card of just surrendering to the moment. No matter how bad, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how impossible things seem, Ten of Swords is basically saying to you, surrender in the moment, surrender to the situation, because in that surrendering, you will find your courage, you will find your strength, you will find your conviction, and you will find solutions. But when you resist the surrender, you stay in that pain. So an analogy I'm going to give you is, if I handed you a piece of hot coal, if I handed you, and I'm going to use a crystal as an example, okay? So if we pretend that this crystal is burning hot coal, if I handed you the piece of burning hot coal and you were holding it in your hand, it's burning you, right? But I've told you, don't let go. Hold on to it for all you have. So you hold on to it, but now every part of you that is touching this crystal is burning, is starting to completely, your flesh is burning like crazy. It hurts, but you hold and you hold and you hold. Why? Because you're hoping that eventually the crystal's going to I want to say cool down. Eventually you're hoping that the crystal's not going to be so hot, or the hot coal's not going to be so hot, and it's going to stop burning you. But the damage is already done. Your hand is already burnt. So what we should actually do is we should put it down, because the instant we put it down, we stop the burning. We are no longer burning. We still have the crystal. We still can see it. We can still operate it. We can still, handle it in whichever way we want. We can use a pencil, a pen, whatever, and we can move it around. We can get creative. But when you are, I don't know if you can hear my puppies. I have brand new puppies in the house, and they are playing downstairs and making a noise. So I do apologize if the sound is coming through. So when you put it down, the healing begins. Immediately the suffering ends and the healing begins. But when you're stubborn, and I get, like, put your hand up, right? If you're stubborn, I'm going to put my hand right up. When you're stubborn and you keep holding on to the burning coal, you're just staying in the pain. You're staying in the in the disaster, you're staying in the trouble. So we need to learn, and that's the message of the Ten of Swords. Acknowledge what you're going through, acknowledge there is pain and suffering, and then surrender to it. Don't hold on to, don't be so stubborn and think, I need to hold, I need to hold, I need to hold. No, let it go. Let it go. And as soon as you let it go, immediately the energy shifts and we head into the energy of healing as opposed to the energy of suffering. And that's the voyage we're on. Shifting the mindset from pain, from discomfort, from agony, from what's not working, from what's not going well, shifting it into a place of actually now it's time to recover, to focus on myself, to heal the things that need healing. And then our final card, and I understand now why I needed an extra card, we've got the card of the world. And there she is. She's standing literally on top of the world. She's got a little bunny rabbit by her feet. Bunny rabbit represents abundance, represents plentiful, represents, magic and beauty and all of those kind of good things. She's holding the tree of life in this huge big ball in her arms. The tree of life represents what's above, what's below. Us in the middle represents that one can't exist without the other, represents that life is sometimes cycles like trees. We're in the middle of winter, as I said, wouldn't say so looking outside. We're in the middle of winter where the trees have lost their leaves, lost their fruit. They're not producing like they used to. They've gone into a state of quiet, into a state of calm, into a state of happiness, not my puppies, gone into a state of stillness. It doesn't mean that they have ceased to exist. What it means is that it's the cycle. It's the cycle of life. And then as soon as spring comes, everything comes back to life again. Everything comes back to full power, full strength. But we all need to rest. We all need to surrender to the moment, because that's the voyage that we're on. That is the journey that we are undertaking right now. So the world card is telling you is to acknowledge, where have you come full circle? What have you completed? What have you succeeded? What have you accomplished? What is working well for you in your life at the moment? And just surrender to that. But understand that we are, even though we're looking at just a weekend, just a few days, we have to look at the bigger picture. We need to now shift our focus to big picture stuff, to recognize the thing that we can do that impacts and affects the big picture stuff, and understand that we have to focus on minuscule details of our focus, of our attention. And we need to recognize that it's time to put the hot burning coal down and to stop holding on to it. You're not failing anybody by putting it down and leaving it be, because this is the cycle that we're in at the moment. So friends, I do hope that your voyage of this weekend is profound. I really do, because we have profound. I really hope it's profound. I really hope it's amazing. I really hope it's beautiful for you. And I really hope that you come out the other side not still holding your hot burning coal. Sending you all so much love and so many blessings. And until we connect again, take care, everybody.